defensive guys. They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it's third down.
What he said.
Coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is third and long, though. Stafford looks to throw again. And he'll find Golladay. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. To the air again, Stafford. Open man is Golladay, complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Oh my God, why I can't find this shit?
He's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
That shit ain't coming up.
About the length of the football here on second down. Throwing again at Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It just started today.
Intended receiver. That takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets the first down. He's taken down at the 24. They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
I hate YouTube
if you make the stop
sometimes.
there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Here's Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Yo, me looking for this shit made this nigga score, man.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. On the handoff, this is Mostert. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Lions will take over.
6-yard line.
We're exclusive over, you know what I'm saying, half the five, like the same. I ain't talking about, I'm talking about new school, but they have the same school, like wool, polo, wool. They never have like new school. Well, that's why I like, you know what I'm saying, focus pulling and school.
Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After Stafford with a play fake to Swift, and he'll set to throw. He'll get this one to Galladay. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Complete.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
1st and goal.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Pass rusher extraordinaire, D. Ford that time, getting the sack.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force them into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. There's Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards, a 1st down.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Back to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
On the now a hit and a loose football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
That it?
And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown.
Touchdown, 49ers.
So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To kick off for San Francisco.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. This is caught. Watkins. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
3-yard line.
They'll run with Mostert. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
One more time with Mostert. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And goal.
A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
Samuel. A gain of a yard. It's now 4th and
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
15-yard attempt.
And Gould is able to put it through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Kendricks able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Because I deserve that. It's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing over. Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Out of the gun now on third down. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big third down play there for the Niners. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he's into the clear. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Complete to Kenny.
A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have taken the lead.
Great field position has to be one of the best friends an offense can have. When you don't have very far to go, you should cash it in with points.
Catanzaro now for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
Makes the score Lions 17, 49ers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. On second down, Mostert. There's the stiff arm. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
42-yard line.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Johnson on the return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Throwing again. Stafford. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. To the right and complete to Galladay. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
Play action. Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And the lead is up to 14.
Kick is good. Makes the score Lions 24, 49ers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near late.
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Gold with the extra point. Back now here in Santa Clara, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The return man, Ty Johnson. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brings up second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's Stafford. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a third and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing deep for Galladay. And incomplete on the deep ball. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger